Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool, and let's continue the saga of Klein Tools and Lowe's and Home Depot and Ideal and Milwaukee even. And so it's near Christmas time, so I decided to head into town and check out some of the latest displays at Lowe's and Home Depot, and here's what I discovered, at least in my local ones. First of all, Klein Tools has kind of expanded their line at Lowe's. They have a set of crescent or adjustable wrenches. This is the smallest one. I really like these things. I ended up ripping the package. I think it said it was made in South Korea. Somebody can double check my work, but basically I just like the bright orange. I like the small size. I just have an affinity towards these small adjustable wrenches, mainly because you can open them up large enough to do all, serious work. If you look, this is 22 millimeters right here. That's pretty good sized. Most of my stuff is 15 or below, occasional 17 and 19. So this does it all. I have had this one, this larger, older one, for many years, and it looks like very similar. I don't know where this one is made, however. Doesn't say. But anyway, there are a ton of these adjustable wrenches, including a whole bunch of new ones, and they are both at Lowe's and at Home Depot. Go figure. So I picked this up at Home Depot, of all places. This has been on my list for a while, the 27-in-1 Precision, but in a larger size. It has a pop-up cap. I'll crack it open to a video probably about it, but then a whole bunch of different bits. They're these small ones. I have tons of those, but I don't have the one I need for my iPhone because Klein never sent it to me, even though they promised. So that's, they're getting a... I don't give people coal for Christmas if they're on my naughty list. I give them a Pittsburgh pry bar. Anyway, I did pick this up, though, at Lowe's because they're blowing out all of their Ideal stuff, every bit of it. And I actually took a couple of pictures. I'll show you in a moment. But this has been on my list at or for Ideal tools. What this is, these long shafts basically drop into this holder here. It seems kind of corny, but hey, I'm a sucker for that American flag there. So what we've got here, made in USA, thought I'd try it, and it's about half price. So anyway, I went over to Home Depot. They have plenty of Klein actually on display. Their website, if you go to the HomeDepot.com website, they've got every Klein thing you could think of, including all the stuff I found at Lowe's. I'm not sure what's going on. I've played around with some scenarios in my mind, and I think what it is Lowe's has got a bunch of Klein, and Home Depot's got a bunch of Klein. In fact, Home Depot had new Klein stuff. So go figure. But anyway, let me show you some photos that I took as I was looking around down there, because I think it's important to actually see, some of the other things that are going on. So this one here, this is at Lowe's, and this is the American Legacy series. Not only is the packaging draped in the flag, but they've got kind of red, white, and chrome vanadium or something in the tools. And these were on sale. These were 40 bucks. I don't need more, especially, I would probably buy that stripper if I could find it alone, but I don't need the other parts, especially if there's nothing that amazing about them. But anyway, so they're really playing on it, handcrafted right here in the USA. It's not just made in the USA. They're really playing it up. I guess good for Klein, except, like I said, South Korea. A lot of the other Klein, like this stuff I picked up, this one's made in Taiwan, right there. So I don't know what Klein is doing. They seem to be playing both sides. This picture here is actually some of the new Klein stuff that I saw. Lots of orange branding. Pretty cool stuff, reasonably priced, I thought, for what it is. But as far as I can tell, all of this new stuff is made in the USA. It says that it's made in the USA. So go figure, must be. Here is some Ideal stuff. This Ideal is on the, well, you can see the grab and go aisle here. But basically this stuff, they're just closing it out. They're getting rid of it. Everything is probably at least half price. But then it got even worse because I found pretty much all the rest of the Ideal in this Lowe's clearance section. And the clearance section is usually, you know, way in the back 40 somewhere. I lifted up the sign to look. They're getting rid of all their multimeters, which are fine. Multimeters are good stuff. But as you can see, you can get a pretty good one. $27 or $28 down from $56. You know, it's half price across the board. But I thought that was interesting. It looks like they don't want to touch Ideal after this anymore. Anyway, and then the last thing is when I was over at Home Depot, I thought this was kind of interesting. I'm just going to toss this in. You can see I'm out in the garden section, and they have a bunch of the toolboxes out here. They had Milwaukee toolboxes and Husky toolboxes. I was actually at a Home Depot, and these were out, and it was pouring rain, you know, almost snow. Everything was soaking wet. So I don't know who got those boxes. A lot of these boxes, and especially ones along the side, already had sale tags. I mean, like they were sold on them. But I thought that was kind of interesting that they would park them outside, and especially in the inclement weather. Of course, now in Montana, in this area, I don't think there's snow forecast for weeks. Maybe some rain, who knows, but as you can see, it's a blue sky, and it's going to be a blue Christmas. So anyway, so as I was digging around, I decided, you know, I would try to come up with some rationale. I mean, why, even I went to the Home Depot website, and the website actually had a Klein ad pop up. I mean, why would Klein be advertising on the Home Depot website? Who knows? I think what's going on is they're going to split it. There were tons of new Klein things at Lowe's. Also, I noticed at Lowe's they were starting to move the stuff out of some exclusive spot somewhere and distribute it around the store. You know, put it where it belongs, where you're going to need it. If it's plumbing, if it's electrical, if it's, you know, these kinds of tools, you put them also where these kinds of tools are located. You don't isolate them as if they're either the very best or, you know, only the pros should get them. Anyway, I found it kind of interesting. It was neat to see, you know, sort of a leveling here. Some, you know, maybe the water smoothing between the two companies. I saw stuff at Home Depot from Klein that I didn't see at Lowe's. Stuff at Lowe's I didn't see at Home Depot. Anyway, it's neat that they're really serving the public now, the consumer, the DIY guy, the pro guy, but they're not necessarily fighting over things, at least as I can tell. Bad news for Ideal, though. They seem to be gone. I don't know who will pick them up. But anyway, let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods as far as Klein, as far as Ideal, as far as I don't know, the relationship you see between Home Depot and Lowe's. Anyway, in Milwaukee, they're being branded right up next to Klein. I didn't see anything that felt like one was pushing the other out anymore. So we'll see. I'll be back next year with another review, but of course that's just a couple weeks away. And with that, Doc out.